And as you can see, this is Hector checking out this cloud-like figure. You can kind of see some lights sparkling in there, and it definitely has a mind of its own, sort of moving down, floating down. Some people said it looks like a stretched out cotton ball. Other people have said it looks like maybe some leftover debris from fireworks. I don't think that's the case. Maybe it's a giant plastic bag. That's possible, I suppose, but it is a very compelling piece of footage, and I don't think it's doctored. I do think he caught this. Whether or not there's actual intelligence behind it, I don't know, but it did make me think of some things here that are pretty interesting. And again, whether or not this footage is real or not, I want to go ahead and use it as an excuse to talk about the Bible, because that's kind of what I do here. So basically, in Isaiah 6, a couple times, it talks about the seraphim. Verse 2, it says, "Above him stood the seraphim. Each had 6 wings. With 2 he covered his face, and with 2 he covered his feet, and with 2 he flew." And then later in verse 6, same thing. "Then one of the seraphim flew to me, having in his hand a burning coal that had taken with tongs from the altar." Now, one of the things that's really interesting about this is that in the Hebrew, the seraphim is ha-seraphim, and it comes from the word seraph. Later in Isaiah 14, for example, it says this, "Rejoice not, O Philistia, all of you, that the rod that struck you is broken, for from the serpent's root will come forth an adder, and its fruit will be a flying, fiery serpent." Now, the flying, fiery serpent, seraph, same root word in the Hebrew. And Chris Putnam actually talked about this in episode 094 of Canary Cry Radio. Now, this is a really interesting fact that's in the Bible. But what got me thinking about this whole fiery flying serpent idea is it reminded me of a lot of stories that you've heard about flying biological entities. And I'm not talking about birds. I'm talking about entities that seem like jellyfish that have been reported to be flying in our skies. And here's an example. Now, some people have said this is just a lightning bolt or something else, but the story that hit the news wire, I guess a while ago, it's called "Photographer Snaps Strange Jellyfish UFO in the Sky. Could it be visitors from another world?" And again, you can kind of see this sort of weird jellyfish looking like thing. There have been several other images and videos that have been caught that are very similar and bizarre that are like this, and it reminds me of this footage caught by Hector Garcia. So I'm not saying that this for certain is a seraph that was caught on video. Actually, it's probably not, because based on the description based in Isaiah, that's not what we're looking at. But I will say that if this is real and it is some kind of weird entity, then it's perhaps demonic. And if it's not demonic, then it's some crazy advanced technology that we just don't know about. Maybe it's some kind of cloaked UFO here. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think this video that was caught by Hector is? Is it just a giant plastic bag flying through the sky? Or is it something else? What do you guys think? Let me know. God bless.